Well, indeed, thank you very much, and a very good afternoon to you too, Carol. Yes, what we've currently seen is a partnership that is between a private equity fund, which is Fusion Investment, and actually Optiven Foundation. Now, the idea behind this is to be able to support education in the country, and it targets about 8,000 students across the country. There is about 20 schools in 20 counties, and about 20 students in every school. And just we want to get to the idea behind it and the amount it's actually going to cost. And earlier on, what we were able to say is a partnership, and we actually saw Fusion Investment just giving a check of about 2 million. Is that right, Dan? And just to speak to us about this, I want to get some sentiments from Dan, and just to get your ideas in terms of, we've seen a lot of interventions, and especially with regards to education. We've also seen major players, the likes of ABSA, we've seen other banks, we've seen the Equity Foundation strategy going towards education. Is there a niche that is currently coming up from where you sit that we need to invest more in education?
Well, I think there is education and there is quality education. And I think I want to thank the institutions that have gone ahead of us. But as Fusion Capital, we've picked on Optiven Foundation because they've identified a gap, because there is a middle and the lower sector of the economy, some of the people who get very easily forgotten. And you realize, I think, in partnering with Optiven, we've said we want them to focus not only on the bright student, but also on the gifted students, because not everybody is gifted academically. Some people are gifted in other technical skills. And so we've said to Optiven, this is what we think this is unique, and we want to come in very strongly. And today we've started off with a 2 million shillings donation to the foundation. And I think this will go towards accelerating the education pillar within the Optiven Foundation. As a private equity house, we are really very commercial, but then we strongly believe that investment house or businesses must have a double bottom line approach to business, so that you're not only focusing on profits, but you're also focusing on social impact, and that social impact has to be real. Now, a lot of us do what is easy and comfortable, and we'll call it, we create employment, and for every staff we employ, they support 10 people. That's all good and great, but what about that other group that may not be employable? And I think this is what you're saying. We want to come in and participate strongly and empower that group.
All right, and Dan, you actually, during your speech, rather, one of the things that you mentioned is about financing the first phase by about 50%. I'm a business person, and the fact that I'd want to go to get the details, how much is this 50%?
Well, we think the 50% will be initially about a total of 10 million, and I think we will be able to do this in phases. And so today was just the launch, and I think we'll carry on investing through Optiven Foundation as we go.
All right, and previously, again, like you've rightfully said, is the fact that most of your partnership with Optiven have been commercial investments. We've seen, and you're big on real estate, they're also big on real estate, and this is something that brings the two of you together. And education is such a risky area. It's not an area that you would say you're putting money in today and expect returns by a certain time. What pushed you towards this partnership?
This is completely social, so we're not expecting any return from this. So this is money that goes out. I think what we've developed with Optiven is trust, and I think they've proven themselves over the time we've dealt with them on the commercial side of business, and they've proven to be trusted. They keep their word, they deliver on time. And so on the foundation side of business, we said, well, this is our give back to the community, and so this is money going specifically to sponsor children. We're not treating this as an investment.
All right, and thank you very much, Dan. Maybe I can bring George into this conversation. And George, now one of the biggest tasks that you have to deal with is finding these students. And just one of the things that has had a lot of questions is the criteria that you're going to use in selecting the number of students that you're going to support. Maybe you can just talk to us about this.
Well, thank you. My name is George Washuri, and as Optiven Foundation, we have been in the philanthropy work, the charity work, social work for over 7 years. So we have the structure, and the Optiven Foundation is not only the CSR. We have permanent staff, we have volunteers, we have people working in the foundation. And what we do to identify these particular deserving cases, we work very closely with the Ministry of Education, we work very closely with the county governments, we work very closely with the village elders, and we're also happy to say that these are the people who give give us the very deserving cases.
Well, indeed, thank you very much, George, for taking the time to speak to us. And Carol, there you have it. And it's actually an agenda, sort of a rallying call that has been put out there to more corporates to invest more in education so that we can be able to put out in terms of even those who cannot be employed immediately, like will be sort of have an impact in the society. So we'll be giving you more details in our subsequent bulletins. But for now, back to you.